Hello dear students, welcome back to chemistry classes. Today we have to discuss crystal field theory. This crystal field theory is proposed by H. Bethe and V. Black. What they are considered before that valence bond theory that considers the metal and ligand having a purely covalent bond. They make a purely covalent bonds, but the thing is different. Those things are explained by H. Bethe and V. Black. According to the crystal field theory CFT, according to crystal field theory, he considers the metal ligand bond to be ionic, arising from electrostatic interaction between the metal ions and ligands. The ligands are treated as a point charges. See, this is the central metal atom, and this central metal atom is surrounded by ligands, isn't it? According to valence bond theory, the bond between the ligands and metals are purely what? Covalent in nature. According to what? According to valence bond theory, VBT. According to VBT, what they tell? According to VBT, the bond between the central metal atom and ligands are purely covalent in nature. Covalent means they are sharing of electrons takes place. But H. Bethe and Black, they told the bond between the central metal atom and ligands, the bond between the central metal atom and ligands are purely what? Not a purely covalent. They are having the ionic characters. They are having the ionic character because they carries positive charge at the central metal atom and negative charge at the ligands. So, according to crystal field theory, it considers the metal ligand bond to be ionic, arising from ionic. ಯಾವ ಥರ ಅಯಾನಿಕ್ ಅರೈಸಿಂಗ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ, ಅಯಾನಿಕ್ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಅಂದರೆ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರೋಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಟಿಕ್ ಇಂಟ್ರಾಕ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ಬಿಟ್ವೀನ್ ವಾಟ್? ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರೋಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಟಿಕ್ ಇಂಟ್ರಾಕ್ಷನ್ ಬಿಟ್ವೀನ್ ಮೆಟಲ್ ಅಯಾನ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಲಿಗ್ಯಾಂಡ್ಸ್ ಮತ್ತು ಮೆಟಲ್ ಅಯಾನ್ ಮಧ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗ್ತಿದೆ, ಅದರ ಎರಡು ಥರ ಮಧ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರೋಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಟಿಕ್ ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಅಟ್ರಾಕ್ಷನ್ ಇದೆ, ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರೋಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಟಿಕ್ ಇಂಟ್ರಾಕ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ. ಹಾಗೇನೆ ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾನೆ ಇವನು? The metal atom and ligands are purely electrostatic force of attractions, and ligands are treated. Crystal field theory, it treats ligands are the point charges. They are very minute charges. They treated these ligands as a very minute charges. Like that they are told. Hello. Important features of crystal field theory. In the crystal field theory, some features are there. Those are ligands are treated as a point charges. This crystal field theory, it assumes that ligands are point charges. They are very negligible compared to central metal atom. It is very negligible. Like that, crystal field theory thinks. Okay. Ligands are treated as a point charges. In case of negative ligands, the interaction with metals. In case of negative ligands, what happens? These negative ligands, the interaction between the metal and negative ligands are ion interactions. In case of negative ligands, what happens? The interaction between the central metal atom and ligands are ionic or ion interactions. If the ligand is a neutral ligand, it is a neutral ligand, then the interaction is ion dipole interactions. If the ligand is what? Neutral, it interact with the central metal atom is ion dipole interactions. Then in case of pre-metal ion, what happens? all pi d orbitals have same energy. All pi d orbitals are having a same energy, means they are called degenerate orbitals. All orbitals are having a equal energy, isn't it? All orbitals means having a 2 2 2 2 2 like this. All orbitals having the equal energy. So in case of a pre-metal ion, what happens? All pi d orbitals are same energy or equal energy. These equal energy orbitals are called degenerate orbitals. Got this point? Okay. Then next point is when ligand approaches to the central metal atom. See here. In case of, according to the crystal field theory, it thinks that when a ligand approaches to the central metal atom, at that time the orbitals having a lone pair of electrons, these orbitals having a lone pair electrons, when the ligand approaches to the central metal atom, the ligand electrons, the unpaired electrons of the ligands and unpaired electrons of the central metal atom, they are repel each other. See, when ligand approaches towards the central metal atom, lone pair electrons in a metal orbital and electrons in ligands are repel with one another, repel each other. So what happens? So metal atom D, so metal d orbital, metal d orbital split into two degenerate which are having a equal energy, two degenerate orbitals which are having the equal energy. See here, it is a d orbital, when in a pre-metal ion. When central metal atom is approaches to the, when ligand is approaches towards the central metal atom, at that time what happens? Some orbitals get repelled, so they are excited, they are in the higher energy level. They are in the what? Higher energy level. The average energy of the d orbital is in the spherical crystal field. What happens? These crystal field orbitals are split into two equal degenerate orbitals, that is 2Tg and Eg. That is what? 2Tg and Eg in the case of octahedral geometry. That T2G is having orbitals dxy, dyz and dxz, and Eg orbital having dx square minus y square and dz square. These are having a low spin orbitals, these are having the high spin orbitals. This is the Barry center. This is what? Barry center. This is Barry center. Barry center. This is all about what? Crystal field theory assumptions, postulates, silent features of crystal field theory. Crystal field splitting in octahedral complexes. Okay, crystal field splitting in octahedral complexes, what happens when these are what? Metal d orbitals in pre-ion form. ಯಾವಾಗ ಮೆಟಲ್ ಲಿಗ್ಯಾಂಡ್ಸ್ ಇಲ್ಲದೇನೆ ಇದ್ದಾಗ, ಲಿಗ್ಯಾಂಡ್ಸ್ ಅದರ ಹತ್ರ ಇಲ್ಲದೆ ಇದ್ದಾಗ ಏನಾಗಿರುತ್ತೆ? ಆರ್ಬಿಟಲ್ಸ್ಗಳು, ಈ ಎಲ್ಲ ಆರ್ಬಿಟಲ್ಸ್ಗಳು ಏನಾಗಿರುತ್ತೆ? ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಎನರ್ಜಿನ ಹೊಂದಿರುತ್ತೆ. ದೇ ಆರ್ ಆಲ್ ಹ್ಯಾವಿಂಗ್ ಅ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಎನರ್ಜಿ, ಮೀನ್ಸ್ these equal energy are called degenerate orbital. These orbitals are called what? Degenerate orbitals. Degenerate orbitals andre eno? All orbitals are having a equal energy. When the ligand approaches to the central metal atom, when the ligand approaches to the central metal atom, when the ligand approaches towards the central metal atom, at that time what happens? Electrons present in the d orbitals and the electrons present in the ligands, electrons present in what? D orbitals, metal d orbitals, and electrons present in the ligands are repelled each other, repelled each other. That's why these orbitals get a little energy and they are having a in the higher energy. They are in the higher energy. In higher energy, what happens? The ligands are split into two sets. The ligands are split into two sets. One is lower energy set, another one is higher energy set. Lower energy set having a more stable, they are more stable, and higher energy set, that is a high set, means they are unstable. Lower energy is a lower energy orbitals are low energy, higher energy orbitals having a high energy. These are more stable, these are unstable, less stable or less stable. They are less stable. Why these are more stable? Why these are less stable? When the central metal atom is repelled by, when the ligand is approaches to the central metal atom, the orbitals are what? Repelled. The orbitals are repelled, but only few orbitals are repelled and some few orbitals are not repelled. When the ligands are in the direction of the orbitals, when the ligands approaches in the direction of the orbitals, they are having what? Electrons. Ligands also having the electrons. See, metal orbitals, these are the metal orbitals. Ligands also having the orbitals. These are containing electrons, these are also containing electrons. When these approaches to the central metal atom, it get excited, and these approaches are in the direction of orbitals, these orbitals. At that time they are split into two energy set, that is T2Z and EZ in octahedral. But these are not in the direction of ligands, so these are not, these containing a very point charges. These orbitals containing the electron, those are very less charge, means very minute charges. Those are called point charges. So it is negligible. And it is a more stable configuration, and it is acquires a lower energy set, that is T2Z. But in case of dx square and y square and dz square, the incoming ligand orbitals are oriented in the dx square minus y square and dz square orbitals, so they get more energy, more repulsion. They are unstable, that's why they go higher energy state. Like this, octahedral splitting happens. Octahedral splitting in crystal field splitting in octahedral happens. Got this? Same thing what happens in a tetrahedral? Same things in a tetrahedral. These dxy, dyz, dxz are goes to the higher energy set, and at that time T2 is found, and dx square minus y square is found lower energy set. Got this? Okay. Crystal field splitting in tetrahedral complexes. What happens here? What happens? Metal atom, it is in the normal state or normal ion. At that time, all d orbitals having a degenerate d orbitals. When ligands are approaches towards the central metal atom, approaches to the central metal atom, what happens? These ligands are having the higher energy level. These ligands goes to the higher energy level. At that time, some of the ligands are in the direction of orbitals dxy, dyz and dzx. These are having experience more repulsion, that's why they are in the higher energy state or higher energy orbital, that is T2 set. And those orbitals, those are away from the ligand orbitals, so those are comes to the E or E set, that is the low energy and more stable. more stable. It is a less stable. Less stable. It is a more stable. It is a less stable. See here what happens here. In a normal metal ion, the all 5d orbitals are degenerate orbitals, all are having a equal energy. When the ligands containing the unpaired electrons are approaches to the central metal atom, at that time the repulsion between the central metal orbitals and ligand orbitals takes place. So central metal orbitals gets a higher energy level, and these orbitals are splits. These orbitals are splits into two set, that is E and 2T, and E is a more stable set and T2 is the less stable set. It is a low energy, it is a high energy, because these are dx square minus y square and dz square are away from the direction of the ligands approach. Ligands approach ದಿಂದ ಏನಾಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ, ಇದು ಬಹಳ ದೂರ ಇದೆ. there is no repulsion, that's why these are more stable and having the less energy. Similarly, what happens, dxy, dyz and dzx or xz, these orbitals are in the direction of ligands orbitals. So these are repel each other, that's why they are less stable and they are having the more energy or high energy state. High energy state, high energy, low energy. dxy, dyz and dxz, these are having the high energy. Like this, crystal field splitting in tetrahedral complexes. Okay.